Hey, allihopa! It's Ina, still from Sweden, and today we're talking about Christmas. How Swedes celebrate Christmas. So first of all, it's Christmas Eve and not the Christmas Day. So this is a nice thing because I love evening holidays, because evening for me is a holiday, but daytime is more like, I don't know, some gathering, but holiday must be in the evening. So in the morning on the 24th of December, people do not go shopping. Why? Because all of the clothes, not all of the stores are closed. Supermarkets, gas stations, everything is closed. And if you need to buy something, you can only borrow from your neighbors or you had to do it in advance. So everything dies out. Maybe some cars will still go, but nevertheless, nothing is open. So you wake up, maybe you have a cup of tea. Okay, Sweden, coffee. So you have a cup of coffee and maybe you watch some TV, you start cooking. And you have to start cooking quite early because people are coming to your house. Or if you go to someone else's home, you don't have to cook. But usually you should bring maybe one or two dishes. So it depends on the family tradition, how it works. Maybe different family members will host parties, take turns to host parties. In my family, it's always the same person, or usually the same person who hosts the party, because all of us will live in different parts of Sweden. And this is kind of hometown, so she makes it for us because my home is tiny, so I cannot invite people, and others, they live in different places. So you start cooking, and at 3 o'clock everyone comes to your house. And what do? You give them a small cup of glögg. It's mulled wine, and it's hot, nice, with alcohol. But if you're driving, you get non-alcoholic version, so it's also nice. Everyone sits in front of TV and watches the Christmas show, Christmas program. And here, my surprise. So in Russia, we have very, I would say, pompacious or grandiose shows when everyone is dancing, singing, everyone is loud, everyone looks so, I would not say rich, but we're all of the best clothes we have, so everything is sparkly, shiny, and it's a holiday. So in Swedish Christmas show program, it starts with a traditional Christmas figure. This year it was a famous comedian, female comedian. She sits in a really nice armchair next to the Christmas tree in a well-decorated studio, and she talks about Christmas traditions, and she doesn't forget to mention that Mama should rest on this day. So I completely agree, because I remember how much my mom worked during all of the holidays, to clean, to cook, to do everything. Oh, she should rest. Okay, so the show goes on and goes on. The host is talking and talking and talking, and she makes very long pauses. And now she keeps talking again. And during these pauses, you think, okay, now they will switch to something. They will show maybe some Santa Claus, locally it's called tomte. Or maybe they'll show some reindeer or North Pole, or some kids with gifts or ice rink or something. But no, she keeps talking. So she just makes those dramatic pauses because, I don't know, all of those theatrical people or art people, they like to talk in that way. So it is fine. Maybe if my Swedish was better and I understood more, maybe it would have been more fun for me. But nevertheless, it was still quite interesting. Look at this forest. It's amazing. Okay, so after maybe 30-40 minutes of this talk, it ends. And the show for the kids begins. So it's a potpourri made of cutouts of Disney cartoons from 1950s and 60s. And it starts with the Christmas Santa's workshop, where his elves. They make gifts for him and pack everything in the bag, and he dashes in the sky to give the gifts to the kids, and it stops. And you're like, what the fuck? And after you see some tropical forest, the rainforest, and some birds, and you're like, okay, I remember this cartoon like about Santa, but these graphics look so different. So is it connected? Maybe it's like a modern twist on Christmas. And you're like, okay. And you see Donald Duck, and he's doing photo hunting on birds, and you're like, what's going on? Is it Christmassy? And you like keep watching it, think like, okay, maybe it's somehow connected. And it cuts, and they show Cinderella, only the short part of the Cinderella. And after it cuts, they show the Snow White. And after it cuts, they show the Ferdinand Bull cartoon. And you're like, what's going on? And after some 3D Disney stuff, the modern that's with really bad graphics, I don't know the name of that cartoon. You're like, is this Christmas? But the idea was in the 50s and 60s and 70s, so just to make a very fun, entertaining show for kids, so they can just watch a little bit of everything, and they can watch only the funniest moments. And at that time it was a novelty, so it was great. But nowadays everyone has already seen those cartoons so many times, and to be honest, modern kids, they're not really into those old style Disney cartoons, and actually they're not much into the cartoons at all, in my opinion. So I think they're more into some computer games, characters, but it's okay. So they still show it and everyone watches it. The shock for me is that Swedes don't like taking photos, or at least my Swedish family, they don't take many photos. So I'm always the one who pushes for the photos, and I orchestrate everyone like, okay, sit closer, move closer, okay, we're taking a selfie, cool. So it's nice, but finally my Swedish family now has some photos of the family members, because otherwise there are like not so many, maybe like 2 people together or 3, but not like the family. So now it's a little bit better, I mean more Christmassy in my opinion. So during this Donald Duck show or Disney show, kids usually get some gifts. So yeah, the gifts are put under the Christmas tree, and sometimes you may get a gift like a week ahead of Christmas or a couple of days before, and you're not supposed to open it. You must put it under the Christmas tree and you must wait. So the Christmas trees, they're also a little bit different from what I expected, at least different from Russian Christmas trees, because they are, how to say it, more naked or more natural. Like, look at this spruce tree. You see there are some branches, right? And there are a lot of gaps between the branches, so kind of naked tree, like not really fully volumed Christmas tree. And this is how their trees are. Not like they're bad trees, it's just like even artificial trees, they really resemble the natural look of Christmas tree. So there will be branches with a couple of not a couple, there will be some Christmas ornaments, but in my opinion not as many as I would have put. And there will be some tinsel, gold or silver, and that's almost it. They put, instead of electric galvans, they put some candles with clips on the branches, and they look magnificent. Those electric candles, they're the best thing ever. I would definitely buy them for my next Christmas tree next year. But this is it. Actually, my Christmas tree would be really fluffy next year. Fluffy, big, but many Swedes, they resemble the natural look. Okay, and basically after the Donald Duck show, supposed to be the Christmas dinner, and only after the dinner, kids can unwrap their gifts. But of course, if you work shifts and one of the like important family members like father, mother won't be at home, so you can do it before, even a day before, it's completely fine. So for the Christmas dinner or Christmas Eve's dinner, there is a little warning. If you are fish intolerant, don't even dare to go to any Swedish family for Christmas. Just stay home, stay in your hotel, never show up, because there will be tons of fish. So first of all, the fish I would say it should be the symbol of Sweden. The only thing that I see that Swedes eat is herring. And first of all, it's not a popular fish. And I mean, in Europe, I would say not very popular. In North America, not very popular. I mean, even in Asia, in South America, not popular. It's popular in Nordic countries and Eastern European countries, mostly. But Swedes, they take it to the next level. So they will have at least 2, but usually 3 types of herring on the table. And what really surprises me, everyone eats it. It's not like you put it as a tradition, but it's like everyone really eats it. So the 3 types that usually are put, number 1 is maybe just store-bought, maybe in oil, maybe with some sauce. I'm not really sure about sauces. This year we had one in vodka, so I did not feel vodka at all in it. It was a bit sweet for some reason for me, but it is. Okay, the first type was vodka. The second type usually is with mustard. I don't like herring in mustard because, again, for my taste, it's a bit too sweet. And the third one is always homemade, home salted, home marinated. This is the best because it is not sweet and it is a little bit sour. And those onions, they are magnificent. So that's my favorite herring type. Apart from that, there will be salmon. Oh, sorry, salmon. We don't pronounce L. It's a little bit of English lesson for myself. Okay, so salmon. There'll be, at least this year, we had 3 different types. First one was just salted salmon. Second one was pepper salmon. I think it's cooked, but it's cold, but it's cooked, so it's a little bit dry, but very delicious with the ground pepper. And the third one is my absolute love, is cold smoked salmon. So fatty and juicy, and oh my god, I would kill for that salmon. So yeah, next, a very unusual food or ingredient is sausages. I'm like, what? Sausages? How can you put herring, salmon and sausages together? But it's okay. They are short sausages like this. They're called Prince sausage, Prinskorv. And on the sides, they cut like X shape. So when you fry them, they will kind of bloom like flowers. Not sure how to really properly explain it. But they're quite delicious. And of course there will be some meatballs. Of course there will be potato, like boiled potato. And the most traditional Christmas dish is, I think it's called Karl Jonsson or something like that. So basically it's grated, it's like imagine gratin, but the potato is grated and you add anchovies, some kind of fish. And they're tiny pieces, so it could be, when some people make it, it's too salty. When other people make it, it's more sweet because of the cream, but it's good. It's good. It's gratin with some tiny pieces of fish, and all Swedes, they love it. You ask like, what's your favorite traditional dish? And they say, that dish. So it's like, wow. It is delicious. I completely agree. It is delicious, and this is the dish that goes over the table the first. Because my Swedish family actually have Finnish roots, they also make some Finnish dishes, and it's usually lantu. The full name is very long. It's something lantutukiakoki or something like that. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, but I just read the real name for the first time yesterday, so it is quite long. It's basically a turnip casserole. Delicious. Okay, it is good. I'm not really a fan of it because it's a little bit mushy, so it's like mashed potato for me, just a little bit different flavor. So it's good, but it's Finnish. I don't want to eat it much. I like Karl Jonsson, that potato gratin fish thing, much more, but it is still there. And there would be also a carrot casserole, when it's basically like this lantu, but made of carrots. Also quite good, but I'm not a fan of baked carrots. I like when they are, let's say, in the carrot cake. Oh yes. Or if you grate them thinly and you add them like into soup or maybe into a stew, that's I love. But just the whole carrot as a dish, that's not my thing, but it's great. Anyway, food, amazing. So for the drinks, we had some beers. It's fine. Some people drink wine, but our family is more like a beer family. And most of us who were not driving, we drank a little bit of a shot of aquavit. It's like strong local booze. I imagine like vodka, but or gin, just like a bit of a yellowish color. I think it's something between vodka and gin, but less strong flavors gin. And a little bit yellowish. Good. And what else? Julmust is a soda that is supposed to be made of herbs, and so it's kind of, they also write apothecaris, means like pharmaceutical. Of course it's not like healthy because it has some sugar in it, actually a lot of sugar. It's very sweet, but it's a nice drink. In Russia we have something similar called Baikal, so nice and traditional. And by the way, this drink is sold only during winter season, and you can't buy it in summer. So it's a special Christmassy drink. And you can buy the same one also on Easter. It's called Påskmusk. Just they changed the name, like to make it Easter drink, but it's basically the same thing. And some people, they're so obsessed with this drink, julmust, so they will buy packages, huge packages of this drink, and they will just keep it at home so they would be able to drink it all year round. Okay, so my family, Swedish family, this year decided not to exchange gifts, because actually many Swedes, they don't exchange gifts, like even birthdays, they may gather together, but gifts, they are like not mandatory and not obligatory, so it's a little bit strange to me, but it saves your pocket and saves your sanity, because if you're invited to someone's party and you don't know those people that well, and you may struggle a lot with choosing, oh my god, what am I going to buy, what am I going to give as a gift, so it could be really nice freedom. But nevertheless, who got gifts? Ina got gifts. Out of the whole family, I got the most gifts, because everyone secretly wanted to give me a gift, because I'm a new family member. Maybe the most sunshine, I don't know, but okay, so I got some. I'm very happy. Thank you so much for all of the gifts. Truly appreciate them, and I really love all of them. So yeah, this is it, and basically after the dinner you can go and open your gifts. Kids are happy, and There'll be some more TV time, more talking, maybe some whiskey time. And it's not like anyone else drinks whiskey, at least in my opinion, it's just a little bit. Hello train, Christmas train. There were actually some sparkles on the lines when the train passed by because it's freezing cold here. Actually, it's how much? -10 now. So it is cold, 10 below 0 Celsius. So yeah, people drink some whiskey or maybe some juice, and there will be a cake. This year I baked a cake and it was so big, and actually no one it was like so much, so we ate really so much food, enough to we ate half a cake. It was, I think, 10-inch cake, and it was also high, and everyone had us ate so much that their stomachs hurted, and I couldn't even sleep because I ate so much. It was so bad. I mean, the cake was good, but the food was good, but it was so bad because I ate so much I couldn't pace myself. So they told me, okay, Ina, you know what? Cake is great, but we would not be able to eat for a couple of days, so here is the cake for you. So now I have half a cake at home. Ho, 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 ho. Hello, my kilograms. So fat is good when you're living in such cold environment with snow. Okay, so I think this is all that you need to know about Christmas. And actually today kids supposed to maybe go out and play a little bit, like outside, but I'm here. It's almost lunch. Okay, not lunch, like 10, 11, and I don't see any people. I don't hear anyone. I just saw like a couple of people walking, and maybe 2 cars pass by and 2 trains, and this is it. So yeah, this is it. So everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And you see the snow froze. It doesn't even fall off the spruce tree. Okay, let's try one more time. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, so now I will be wet, but it's still nice. So stay tuned. Merry Christmas. I will show you some videos, and subscribe, like, leave comments. See you next time. Mwah.